Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the weekend edition of the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening this week in America. Homicides in Los Angeles on pace to smash last year's record high. Gangs now stealing gasoline in California. Inflation causing senior citizens to delay retirement. A new survey ranks the healthiest cities in the USA. Also ahead, did Hillary Clinton get away with more alleged corruption? But first, murders in L.A. rising the city of angels, reporting 135 homicides through May, up 13% compared to last year. LAPD believes that figure could rise another 40% by August. 4 in 10 Angelenos say they don't feel safe in their own neighborhoods. The city has the highest homeless population in the USA. 70,000 people sleep on the streets of Los Angeles every night, and that causes massive social problems. Lax law enforcement, of course, in California is promoting the violence. Forget about carjackings. Thieves in California now more interested in gas. Gangs in LA drilling holes into gas tanks to steal fuel. Politicians urging folks in some neighborhoods to put their cars in private garages. Price for a gallon of gas in California, about $6.20 on average. The national average hovering about $4.70. And all of the high gas prices will doom the Democrats in the midterms coming in November. A new report published by the New York Post finds 25% of workers will delay retirement to cope with inflation. 6 in 10 Americans say they're unable to save any money at all because of record high prices. Between increased costs for food and fuel, the typical American household now spends an extra $600 each month. That's more than $7,000 slashed from the annual family budget. Once again, the November vote will be grim for the Democrats. New national survey lists America's healthiest towns. Study from Wallet Hub ranks places by exercise, rates of obesity, percentage of smokers, drug addiction, and life expectancy. Fittest place this year, Salt Lake City, Utah, followed by San Diego, Miami Beach, Portland, Oregon. Title for the unhealthiest town in the country goes to Brownsville, Texas, followed by Mobile, Alabama, and Detroit. In a moment, did Hillary Clinton get away with yet another dubious thing? Right back with it. Supply chain issues have been a catalyst to bring high-tech manufacturing back to the USA. My tech guy, the founder of Brownstone Research, calls it the Great Recalibration and discusses it in his new newsletter, Near Future Report. For 35 years, Jeff Brown has helped his subscribers safely navigate volatile times to preserve and grow wealth. He also answers your most pressing questions like how to protect your retirement from inflation. What are the implications of a new digital currency and the Great Reset? What will the Fed do with interest rates? And what's going to happen in the stock market this year? Brownstone Research has been at the forefront of major market moves for 35 years. Let Jeff help you by signing up for his newsletter today at a 75% discount, a 12-month subscription, only $49. So please go to jeffbrowntech.com. 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 Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Shortly after Michael Sussman was acquitted by a D.C. jury of lying to the FBI, and that happened earlier this week, I was on the phone with Donald Trump, who lamented the verdict. The former president believes the jury was stacked with liberal activists, and indeed, there is evidence that 3 of the jurors have aggressively supported the Democratic Party in the past. Should they have been removed from the jury pool? A lot of legal experts say yes, but the judge allowed them to stay. Now, Sussman is suspected of feeding the FBI the phony information about Russian collusion on behalf of Hillary Clinton's campaign. That information that Sussman trafficked linked candidate Trump to a corrupt Russian bank. That allegedly happened in the fall of 2020, shortly before the presidential vote. Special counsel John Durham has made it clear that he believes the Clinton campaign and Hillary herself contrived the ruse and Sussman was the messenger. The problem is that in the trial, former FBI counsel James Baker, Durham's star witness, made contradictory statements about Sussman. Presto, reasonable doubt and acquittal. Durham should have foreseen that major problem because Baker, again the FBI counsel, had testified under oath in front of a congressional committee and said different things than he said about Sussman in the trial. Now, we all know that you must convict on beyond a reasonable doubt. If the star witness is contradictory, that raises reasonable doubt. But the truth is more important than Sussman's conviction. And the key to the truth is who is paying Sussman's lead attorney, Sean Berkowitz. He is very expensive. His firm, Latham Watkins, is very expensive. I estimate that Sussman's legal bills could be close to $1 million and perhaps higher than that. So who is picking up the tab? It is likely not Michael Sussman. I don't know the answer to that question, and of course, Sussman is not going to tell us. What I do know is that this whole thing is dirty, top to bottom. I also know that John Durham knows exactly what happened in one of the most corrupt campaign tricks in history. So now Durham himself should tell the nation what he believes took place in this terrible situation. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by actually writing it. For more honest news analysis, please go to BillO'Reilly.com. And I hope you check out my new book, #1, Killing the Killers, Great Father's Day Gift. In a moment, something you might not know. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years, interest rates rising, and a recession may loom. Our retirement accounts are in real danger, no doubt about it. If you want to protect your future, please do what I did. Call the only precious metal dealers I trust, American Hartford Gold. They can show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they will have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Plus, tell them O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Wow. So please don't wait. Call them now, 877-444-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Summer is in the air. From the beach to the backyard, Americans are ready for a little rest and relaxation, and that includes listening to music. Now, beginning in 1958, Billboard magazine has ranked the most popular songs of the summer. They are number 5, Summer in the City by the Lovin' Spoonful. The 1966 classic spent 3 weeks at number 1 in 10 different countries. Good tune, holds up. Next, John Travolta's Summer Nights from the movie Grease. The song topped the charts after its release in the summer of 1978, but also became a surprise hit again in the 1990s, and I have no idea why. Travolta can't sing. Olivia Newton-John carries him. Number 3, School's Out by Alice Cooper. The party anthem has been featured in hundreds of films and TV shows. Cooper describes the song as, quote, the national anthem for the last day of school. Okay, Alice, I'll buy that. The second spot goes to Blue Hawaii by the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. The movie ruled the box office for months, and the soundtrack stayed on the charts for 79 weeks back in 1961. I can't even remember the song Blue Hawaii, and I'm an Elvis fan. The number one song of all time, I Get Around by the Beach Boys. The summer tune, written by Brian Wilson, features 10 vocal harmonies, 3 separate bass lines, 4 drum kits, 13 different musicians. I Get Around has sold 20 million copies since its release in 1964. The bad guys know us and they leave us alone. And here's something else you might not know. The modern music industry is very different from the early days. This summer, more than 90% of Americans will listen free to music on streaming services like YouTube. Back in 2001, physical sales, that's vinyl, CDs, audio cassettes, raked in $14 billion a year. 2 decades later, that number has dropped to $800 million a year, a 95% decline. Today, most musicians earn a living through touring. Hottest tickets this summer, Paul McCartney, Billy Joel, The Who, and Bob Dylan. Let's hear it for the old guys. Back after this. Did you hear about the Arizona real estate agent who found her home listed for sale? The problem was she wasn't selling her home. She was the victim of home title fraud. According to experts at Home Title Lock, the crime is incredibly profitable and hard to detect. A thief creates a fake title transfer for your home, refiles as the new owner, then takes out loans or actually sells the house. Typical identity theft services and homeowners insurance does not cover you. Home Title Lock will. Home Title Lock can detect tampering with your home's title, help shut it down, and help get your home back into your name. So please go to HomeTitleLock.com, read the testimonials from FBI agents. Also, see if you are already a victim. Register your address with HomeTitleLock.com and tell them Bill sent you for 30 free days of protection. HomeTitleLock.com, HomeTitleLock.com. That is the weekend edition of the O'Reilly Update. For more news and honest analysis, please go to BillO'Reilly.com.